Tyrande looked up at the faces in the gallery for a long moment, not speaking, as if gathering her thoughts, then lifted her glowing gaze up to the 4 august celestials. "It is my right as accuser to speak first to the jury and to those assembled," she began. Her voice carried, but was melodic rather than strident. "This right is so granted because the accuser must prove her case. But I am also tempted to let the defender speak first, because Trushao Bane Bloodhoof has chosen to accept a much more difficult task than I. For Garrosh Hellscream has done me a great service this day. Not only does he admit to the lengthy list of heinous crimes with which he is charged, but he boasts of them, and offers insult to this court. No one in this temple, indeed I would venture to say no one in Azeroth, has been untouched by the deeds of this single orc." Now she looked at Garrosh, and though her face changed only subtly, Anduin could see the loathing in it. "My task, an honor and a somber joy both, is to offer proof that Garrosh did everything of which he is accused, and more. I intend to show you that he did these deeds with full knowledge of the anguish, suffering, and destruction they would cause. You will watch Garrosh Hellscream plot, you will listen to him lie, and by the end, you will witness him betray." Garrosh offered no interruption. Tyrande was setting the tone for the accuser's strategy, and it would be a brutal one. She would be relentless, and Anduin would have thought that Garrosh would be unable to keep his mouth shut, but he did. If Tyrande was disappointed, she did not show it. Her delicate nostrils flared, and she again looked up into the crowd. Her voice was gentler, filled with the same compassion Anduin recalled from their first meeting. "I know that some of these sights will be horrific, and that many of you personally suffer from what Hellscream has done. To you, I offer my sincere regrets for the pain I must cause. But I believe that you would suffer more if I failed to do everything in my power to bring this orc to true justice. Shahalomar. Thank you." Once Tyrande had taken her seat, her colour high and her pose straight as an elven arrow, Taranju nodded. "Thank you, Trushao. The defender may now speak." Bane did not radiate the calm yet barely contained energy of Tyrande. He rose slowly, with dignity, bowed deeply to the august celestials, then turned to face the spectators. "The accused, Garrosh Hellscream, spoke of this trial being a show. As I do not wish it to be perceived as such, or as a comedy, as he referred to it, I will not insult anyone's intelligence by claiming that Garrosh Hellscream is innocent. Nor will I run the risk of scorn by attempting to convince you that he is simply misguided or misunderstood. I shall not ask for pity, or for anyone to overlook the crimes of which he stands accused. And I will get one important matter out of the way now." Bane stood tall, his massive chest expanded with a full breath, reminding all present that he was a warrior, a high chieftain, and a son of a high chieftain. "Garrosh Hellscream killed my father. Most of you know this. Yet here I stand, not out of any fondness for Garrosh as an individual, choosing to defend him. Why? Because it is the right thing to do." He began to walk, looking up at the audience as if daring them to contradict him. "We will not be as Garrosh was to us. We will not put our wants or needs first. We will not think with heated fury of slaying, of vengeance, of restoring to our race's glory perceived to be lost. We are better than that. We are better than him." He pointed a finger at Garrosh Hellscream, who now sat with an amused smile curving around his tusks. "And because we are better, we will listen, and use both our minds and our hearts to reach a verdict that generations to come will agree was indeed true justice. It is the wise heart, not the broken one, which must be called upon. If you truly do not wish for Garrosh to get away with it, as I have heard some voices mutter, if you honestly crave justice, then you must spare his life. While one exists, one can change, and one can begin to do something to mend what he has shattered. Thank you." He bowed and returned to his seat. Bane's opening speech was met with stony silence. Anduin was unsurprised. The Tauren's battle was not only uphill, it was practically a vertical climb.